Hi everyone, I worked at Clemson Recycling, and that picture of me over there on the right is my game day uniform. So I work the games doing recycling. So it's super fun. So before I talk about what I did this summer, I kind of want to introduce myself and what I do at school and career stuff wise. So I'm Sydney. I am a senior E&R economic policy major with minors in sustainability and nonprofit leadership. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. After I graduate, I want to work for the EPA as a grant writer, economist, or public communications. My career goal in general is to be a Georgia senator. So it's super hard, so hopefully I get that. So also, I'm going to talk about why I wanted to do this internship and why I continue to do it. So my background is in event planning, graphic design, environmental policy, economics, environmental education, marketing, and youth leadership. As someone who wants to help shape policies and be a politician for the environment, advocating for it, I thought it would be a really good idea and internship to get an insight and see the nitty-gritty behind recycling and all that stuff, like waste management. That's also what they do. And recycling is one of the only ways that the economy is circular. So now I want to talk about where I actually worked. So I mainly worked at Kyle Hill Recycling Center. I also worked at Cherry Crossing Research Center, which is our compost center and facility. I also worked a lot in facility offices. So by the weird square by core with all the trucks and stuff in it, that's where my main offices were, when I did office work. The whole campus was my office pretty much, because I did a lot of stuff out of the office and off-site. And surprisingly, I did a lot in Memorial Stadium, so I wanted to mention that. So who did I work with? So I worked at Clemson Recycling, obviously. My supervisor is Dave Venevetter. I really worked with everybody on campus because, everybody on campus produces waste. So I was a part of all parts of Clemson. So I had my hands in a lot of different pots, talked to a lot of different people on campus, and was a part of every part of campus life pretty much. So it was really cool to see how recycling and waste management is so broad and can be in every single part of life. So what does Clemson Recycling do? They provide centralized recycling, obviously. We oversee the development of public awareness programs, public participation programs, and the provision of public education to minimize waste generation. And also they're in charge of diverting measurable quantities of waste that would have otherwise gone to the landfill. So pretty much stopping as much trash going to the landfill as possible through recycling. So there's 3 main components to my internship: media/marketing, operations, and communications. So media and marketing, I did a lot of this, and I'm focusing more on that this semester. So there's social media, creating sustainability certification, promoting promotional items like t-shirts and stickers and stuff, on-site signage at Kyle Hill and Cherry Crossing, and then I also did off-site signage, which is on-campus signage, and it was more of the what you see around campus, in all the buildings and on the recycling bins. So that's what I did for media and marketing. So I also did operations, which included running route and collection from all the buildings, a lot of the behind the scenes. I did a lot of sorting. I did I fulfilled work orders. I bailed materials. I did some I operated some equipment and some other stuff. On my communication side, my internship, I was the point of communications for non-operations. I attended Sustainability Commission and Solid Green Committee meetings and was a part of those as well. So here's what some of the stuff I did as in media and marketing. I did a lot of like social media posts, and also showing the old signage that I had to redo all of it. There's also my boss is running a zero waste event, CI. So here is the signage that I created for the football suites, like in the stadium. I am doing the campus signage, so all the campus bins, and then pizza boxes for like pepinos. So the main thing I did other than signage was social media. So here's all the social media stuff that I worked on. You can see, if you use the QR code, you can see all the material that I worked on, and then what's on our Instagram and social media websites. So here's some photos of the operations side, like the second aspect of my internship. So here's the forklift and the first one, which I unfortunately didn't get to drive because I'm not forklift certified. Second picture, the middle one, is of cherry crossing, and the third one is of the sorting line, where you can see all the plastic bottles and different plastics being sorted into those big cardboard gaylords, kind of like boxes, but they're really huge. That's what we call them. And the next clip is a video I took of me baling cardboard.
Reduce, reuse, ikiki.
Nothing. So the third aspect of my internship was communications. So you can see the first picture is me at game day, like football game day, out tabling and doing volunteer stuff, waiting for volunteers and telling them what to do and where to go distribute bags to tailgaters, which is always really fun. Tailgaters love the recycling bags for some reason, which is really awesome. And the second picture, the middle one, is of Tiger Pro. A lot of people came to Tiger Pro, obviously, and we got to talk to a lot of people about recycling and why it's important. And it was really good to communicate to first year students directly, instead of through the computer, which is really awesome. And the third one is when the Tiger Cub and Tiger came. So we're doing an educational video that I don't know when it's coming out, but it's coming out eventually. So yeah, it was really fun. So I took that picture of all the team. It was really sweet. So just a summary, overview of what I did. The signage aspect and social media was my favorite because I knew a lot more about it and had a past experience. But I feel like I learned a lot more in the operations part of it, and I really enjoyed the communications, which is honestly one of my weaknesses because I do have social anxiety, and so it was really good for me to be able to do that so I can get out of my shell and be able to do that, because I do want to be a politician, and that's something a politician needs to know how to do and be good at. So I think I really did a lot better with that, one-on-one at least. So yes. So yeah, thank you for listening, and maybe paying attention. I really enjoyed my internship and I'm continuing to enjoy it. That's obviously why I'm staying at my internship, because I love it so much. And yeah, I hope I get to experience a lot more and grow as a person and professionally, and eventually become a great politician for Georgia.